First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. A very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and a yard. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Olamide Zaccheaus, 45 yards. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
At their own 29-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Here's Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us a...
They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Purdy's pass. the Falcons take over first.
Here's Penix.
At the 24.
And it's London. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
It's
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Someone sharp in this game.
Down,
I mean, a touchdown pass
go.
on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we, talking to him. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Michael Penix doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 3. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Second and 6.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Play action, now Purdy. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Purdy looking to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Well, as a wideout, when you you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Purdy now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one. And that one falls incomplete.
Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. But a really nice drive.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Oh, what a move. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And the Falcons.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
It's a gain of
Another
16
nice
yards.
gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? Just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's 2nd and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. Complete to Zacchaeus. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now Penix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
We'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throw left side complete. That's James. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Eddie Pinheiro.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Falcons ready to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Able to avoid him. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
To the air, Penix got rounded on a slant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. Throws right back to London, complete again. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll throw with Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Penix, a 12-yard touchdown run. And And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Now the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And throwing here, Purdy. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
2nd and 10. Now Purdy. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. Wide open receiver complete. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Shotgun now with Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the 49ers.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 41, here's second down at 7.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he stopped immediately there. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now 3rd down and 7. Here's Purdy.
This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle
the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Purdy looking to throw.
Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Purdy from the gun. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll send Kirk in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This from 32 yards away. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Penix. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
This ball down the field for Pitts. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners are going offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On the ground, it's James. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That'll give him 8 that time. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. James. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Falcons send out their punter. as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
The drive will start with an option going left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
Purdy's pass complete to Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Purdy on the sneak. And he's going to have a Niners first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Here's James.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Purdy going to give it to Garendo. And he'll pick up about 3 there up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Purdy. That is caught. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
A little football 1-on-1 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They run it with James.
They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
The tackle made at the
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw.
Purdy. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
6 yards to go.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Back to throw. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Purdy on the sneak.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes in the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 21
nice gain of
yards.
21 yards.
That's another 49.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That one complete to Tonjes. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 2nd and 6 coming up. Looking to throw. Purdy. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Purdy. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Brock Purdy, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 1. A little under a minute to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Pitts. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's another.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's 1st down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's London. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
London out of bounds at the 29-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. The Folks' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And with time and factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Here's 1st and 10. Purdy with one final shot here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.